Hello, my friends, and welcome to starting of Lunch and Learn on Wednesday. So, I am really excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to every Wednesday that we are going to have these Lunch and Learn sessions. Obviously, there are more sessions coming up, but we are going to have a Lunch and Learn sessions on Wednesdays starting at 12 o'clock. So, my friends, I'm going to this week, our first training, live workshops, we're going to talk about Facebook marketing. It's actually a beginner's guide. So, I'm going to show you a basic of how Facebook can actually be a great tool for your business, for your local business, and for your small business to be marketing and to reach your client. If you listen to this and go, well, I don't know if I want to be part of it. I know enough about Facebook marketing. That's fantastic. However, what I always suggest, if you are watching this training, I would always suggest to ask yourself this question: will it be something that will trigger my memory? Will it be something that I haven't done before? And sometimes it's good to go back to basic. Or will it be something that I can use for my business right now? Because in most of these trainings there's always gems for people who are um, who they are there to help small business. They always have gems that you can absolutely use in your business. So let's go and talk about. I'm going to show you what we're going to talk about as in our today's workshop. I'm just going to get rid of the comment reaction. So if you want to comment, I'll look at it towards the end. I'm going to close that off so it's not going to distract me. So today we're going to talk about your audience and Facebook. Then we're going to talk about how to set up a perfect page. I will go through it very quickly. I do have a checklist under the file section in the group, which you're more than welcome to print out and go through that checklist. If there is any questions, I'm always here to answer your questions. Then we're going to talk about marketing your business with groups. We're going to talk about marketing your business with Marketplace. And I'm going to talk about targeted advertising, which is an amazing tool. Facebook is an amazing tool for our targeted advertising. Something as a marketer, I've always wanted it, and it was so difficult previously doing marketing for nearly 20 years for my own business and business growth for other businesses. It's just the targeted advertising was what we needed and what we lacked, and we have it now. Then we're going to go through some Q&A session. So let's just see who is here with us today before I start. Okay, we have, I don't know who it is, but anyway, thanks for being here. Let's start. Okay, so the first thing I always want you to ask yourself is, before we go ahead and go crazy on Facebook advertising or Facebook strategy or Facebook marketing, I've always asked this question, and I would like you to ask that question. Is your ideal client hang out on Facebook? It's very important to ask this question and understanding your client. I'm going to make it easy. So probably yes. You know, if you are on Facebook yourself, your friend with your auntie, your cousin, your ex, your boss, your neighbor, and you know they all have jobs. It's either they're hairdressers, they're CEO, the executive, the ops managers, the project managers, they're in retail. There's so much. They do have a job, or mums. So you are aware, this microphone is bothering me. You are aware of the demographic of Facebook. You know that these people hang out in there. And honestly, there used to be more men hang out here or more female hang out somewhere else, but they're actually balanced. The men and women are on social media exactly the same amount of times. So, and one of the advantages of this is Facebook users, as of 31st of December 2020, is their monthly active users is, I'm going to show you, the monthly active users is actually 2.8 billion. Do you can you, 2.8 billion monthly active users. So they've actually came up in there, I'm going to show you in their report, they Don't know, you can see it. Yeah. So in here, if you look at it down here, that they released this in 27th of January, and they talked about the Facebook monthly active users were 2.8 billion of December 31st, which was an increase 12%. And that increased 12%, my friend, with all the stuff was happening last year, with all the, obviously the elections in America, then other elections happening around the world. They are a bit tougher, and there is some negative news about social media and Facebook in well, most of the time. However, they've got 2.8 billion monthly active users. They had 1.84 daily active users. I usually look at monthly active users. So what you can see, and their revenue has actually increased. Their revenue increased by 22%. If you look at here, the revenue increased 22%. And that's just to let you know that people hang out. And you got to remember, this is a free platform for you and I. And obviously, and they make their money from advertising. So obviously people are there. Your friends and people you hang out, your customers are there. It doesn't matter who your customer is and what type of business you run. There is always going to be a group of people who are your ideal customers, and they're going to hang out there. So it's very important to understand this, to know if your customers hang out, which I'm going to guarantee you the group of people that you serve, they are hanging out on Facebook. So I am going to leave the link to the investors news. You can read this. It's great to read it. They release it every quarter, and it's good to know what's happening when you're advertising your business on Facebook. So we talked about who's there. So now we understand. Obviously, everybody is there, including me. I know, I'm always there. So I'm going to talk about 3 ways. I'm going to talk about 3 ways that, excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing. Probably I'm thinking about COVID. I should have worn my mask. 3 ways to promote on Facebook. We're going to talk about promoting Facebook page. Then we're going to talk about promoting using Facebook groups. And then another way, which is promoting using Facebook Marketplace. I forgot, I missed a Facebook word on there. So the first and most obvious thing, I'm going to look away. My apologies if I'm not looking at you guys, but I've got my notes there. I just want to make sure that I deliver everything that I wrote. So the first and most obviously thing that comes to mind is Facebook page. Facebook page, it's like your Facebook profile, but it is for your business. It's a hub of your business information. It's another digital, excuse me, it's another digital footprint for your business. So it's very important to have the Facebook page. There is so just explaining that how the Facebook page works. There are people who can like your page. Obviously, that they mean like and follow your page. The page like and follow means that they want to hear from you. So when you're posting something, exactly like your personal profile, when you're posting something, it appears on their timeline, on their personal profile timeline. Just a little, just to let you know, now we're talking, it's on 10th of February 2021, Facebook will be getting rid of the likes from the pages. That was always the confusion, because not everyone could see your post if they only liked your page. If they chose to like your page and follow your page when they selected their notification, then they were getting the post that you were posting. There was a confusion, like for me and most of the marketers and most of the business owners, there was a confusion between the like and follow, because I couldn't understand, why would you like the page if you don't want to hear from them? So Facebook decided that they're going to get rid of the like. So you cannot like page anymore. You should be able to at the moment. They're rolling it out, but eventually the page like will disappear, which makes life much easier. Trust me, because I don't understand why you would like a page and you don't want to follow them. So if you have people on your page, I recommend you always create a video and let them know to change the notification to follow, to change it to follow, and change the notification to see first, because you don't want to miss out all the valuable information that you provide to your customers. So that's the page. There are obviously, Facebook page is your business digital presence on Facebook. That's a free platform for you, and it's so important. And it doesn't have to be, you can have this regardless of what your business is. If you would ask me 10 years ago, 12 years ago, probably 10 years ago, where the pages have started to pick up, it would have been very different. I would have said, no, they only this type of businesses can actually be active. However, now, if you ask me, I've got this business. I know I'm not cafe. I'm not this. I sell filters to the hospitals. I'm telling you, you need to be on Facebook. It's so important. Another digital print for your business, another place for your business to have the interaction, because you got to remember, people have a different touch points. They don't just come in and buy, especially in Facebook. We come in to stalk, to learn about the business, fall in love with our business, and we say, I actually want to follow you. I want to learn about you, and I want to know what you do and what values you provide. So the benefits, it supports a digital footprint for your business, connects with the customer and people interested in your business. This is obviously very important when later on we talk about advertising, unlocking business tools and advertising opportunities that we talk about to grow your presence and reach your goals. This is so, so important. So the next one, there's always, I don't know about you, but there's always a confusion between the Facebook page and Facebook profile. So I'm going to explain the difference between the profile. So obviously, Facebook personal profile is your profile where you sign in to Facebook to catch up with friends and family. So it's where you tell people about yourself, you add friends, you share personal updates, or you're like me, you talk about your cooking and all of that. But that's your personal profile. The benefit is obviously you're connecting with people, you're connecting with your family, you're connecting with people that you love, or you become friends with people who you don't even know. There is some limits, like Facebook. One of the things is like Facebook profile, you can only have 5,000 friends. And obviously, with the Facebook profile, you need to request to be friends, or they need to be requested to be friends, and both of you have to agree to accept that friendship. With your Facebook page, obviously, you do not have any control. They can like and follow your page. You do have control to block people, to remove people, because there are some circumstances that you need to do that. Being someone is a fake account, is a bot, or some people just they troll. So you do have that capability. The Facebook has that capability for you to remove the person who like your page and follow your page. One of the things, the confusion that I've seen is you are absolutely okay to use talking about your business on your profile. However, Facebook does not like it. If we go to as part of their, where are we? I'm going to show you. So they do talk about, they do not like you to use your business profile solely for your business. They do not like it. So if you look at this, I've actually got a link for you to have a look at. The link is I am going to put it in the comment section, and it is on the slides that I'm going to download, and it will be sitting in the group under the file. It's against Facebook terms to use your profile to represent something other than yourself. So example, your business. And you could permanently lose access to your account if you do not convert it to the page. I don't recommend, you're probably thinking, what do you mean I need to convert my personal to the page? They don't necessarily mean that. However, this was obviously in case your business is your name. If you're a coach or something that you are your own brand, they do not like you to use that for business because it's very different. You can absolutely create a page for your business and connect, and obviously it's connected to your profile, but they're not the same. You can make sure that people don't see your personal profile post, because you can make it private. You can only post to the certain people if you're posting something on your personal page. Obviously, this training is not about personal page, but I want to let you know that you do have a control. When you're creating page, you separate this, which I 100% recommend. But Facebook, you can use it. You can use your personal profile for your business, but Facebook will not look at it as to it's just that you have to be unlucky. And I personally think that we should play by their rules, because obviously they own the platform, and they want to make sure it's the platform that people come and hang out with. If you look at the mission statement, I'm going to show you their mission statement. If you look at their mission statement, see if we can go so you can see it. Okay, is it bigger now? I think so. Okay, if you look at their mission statement, it's to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. That reflects that we don't do this ourselves, but only by empowering people to build communities, bring people together. Our lives are all connected. They are so, I don't know if I can use the word anal, about making sure that we do follow the rules. And I'm 100% agreeing with them, because it is a platform that I want to connect. And if it creates an environment that is uncomfortable, the users going to leave. So that 2.8 billion people, they are going to leave. And guess what? Us as a business owners, we're going to struggle to find this amazing opportunity to put our business in front of our ideal clients. So this is something that I wanted to talk about before we move on, the difference between the personal profile and the page. So just make sure that you are following the rules and making sure that we're not abusing the rights, because they do cancel your account. And sometimes there is no question asked. They don't even ask the question, and and they cancel your account without even asking. So, all right, let's talk about, so I'm going to talk about creating page. One of the reason, and it's not just, it's crazy. Creating page is not just applies to big small business owners. I've seen in big businesses, celebrities, they don't utilize Facebook page for the best platform that is. Worst case scenario is sometimes this actually affects it hurts their credibility. So I'm going to give you guidelines. I'm going to give you some guidelines for you to start using that. That's something that I would 100% recommend. And when I do an audit, this is what I look for. So the number one thing I want you to look at is your profile photo and your cover image. So what I mean by profile photo and your cover image is obviously, like in your profile, what it needs to be, unless you are your own business, like your brand is you, then I would 100% recommend that it has to be your logo. That's it. Your profile picture, it has to be logo, unless you are your own business. If you look at my page, I am part of my business and I am my business. So I am my brand. Then I use mine. However, if you are a business and you are not your brand, definitely has to be a logo for your profile picture. Another one is your cover image. I want you to take advantage of this. There's so many times we forget about this. It shouldn't be the static image. It has to change as your business change. For example, if you have an offer coming up, let's talk about Valentine's Day. If you have a business that is, it's big on Valentine's Day, or if you have a special happening specifically for Valentine's Day, my friend, that cover image is your billboard. It has to represent what you're doing now. It has to say, as soon as I land in there, it has to tell me, I've got a special for Valentine's Day. Click here or go there for you to see it. It's so important. That's your free billboard. So make sure you use that for your advantage. It should not be a static image. If you have an entry-level offer, for example, if you are dentist and you're doing teeth cleaning, that's just you do checking, that should be up there. If you're a yoga studio and you have an entry level offer, that should be right at the top. That's your billboard, my friend. That is so important. I hope you're hearing this. I need you to make sure that your cover page is updated as you go through your promotional calendars and whatever is happening in your business right there and then. You can't just make one photo and whack it up there and say, that will do. It doesn't. You have a powerful platform in your disposal. Use it. The other one is about section. This is something else I wanted to talk about. About section is very, very important. So when it comes to the about section, there is two sections right under your logo. So I'm going to show you. Bear with me. I'm going to show you where it is when I talk about it. So in the about section, which is right under your logo, it comes in two sections. The first section, I would just say, make it very simple and just in a line or two to explain what you do. Let's get on my education page. We're getting there. All right, I'm going to share the screen and let's just I'm going to take you to that education page. I don't know if it will show it. I've got a page that I use for education. So then there's another section. So obviously we talked about the small and little section, and then there's a detail section. So make sure the first section is right to the point and just be simple. I want you to understand something. I want you to keep things simple. Tell them exactly what you do. Tell them if the experience you create for them. For me, I market your business. This is what I say. I market your business on social media. I bring customers to your business. That's all it says. It's just simple. That's what I do, and I want you to just keep it simple. There's obviously two sections of your about. Let's get to the screen. I'm going to show it as a visitor. I haven't done any. This is just the page that I use for education. And so down here, this is what I want you to look at. See how there's two sections. There's under the about section, it's short, so don't try to fit everything in here. Just the basic is the best. Then you have another section, which is your full section, and that will explain everything. So when we go to my page or your own page, just make sure that you fill out those information. It's very, very important for you to fill those information. Be conversational. Facebook is not, unfortunately, the whole thing of corporate and suit and tie. It doesn't work on Facebook. We don't come to Facebook to be sold. We come to Facebook to be enlightened, educated, and entertained. And if your business can do that for us, and if it sparks attention for me to come to your business page, let me know and be conversational with me, because I'm not here to be sold. I want to know what you can do for me. So if you go, all right, it's actually not loading properly. Okay, when it loads, I'll show you. Okay, so the next one is post useful information. Next week, I'm going to run another workshop to do with content, how to create a content, useful and original content for your social media. Join me next week to make sure that you are. We're going to discuss, we're going to talk about a lot of gems. I'm going to tell you what to do and create your original content, and you don't have to rely on someone else's. So we want to see original. So make sure you post useful information. The reason that some of the stuff are not useful and you're not getting a lot of interaction is because you're not getting to your customer's psyche. You need to, it's all great when you know how old they are, they're male or female, but you need to understand what keeps them up at night. One of the easiest way I tell people, just find out what are the services and what is it that complements your business. Talk about that. What does your customers need before, and after what they've done? If you do, I don't know, photography, do they need a frame? What kind of frame do they need? Does that depends on, there's so many things. You know your business better than I do. So there is always useful information required to be posted on your timeline. And one one of my pet hates, and I'm sure you feel exactly the same, if the business and page keep posting about their special or always post about themselves. That becomes spam, my friend, and that's not what you want to do. Again, this is Facebook. We're not here to be sold. So make sure you keep that in mind. One of the questions that I want you to ask yourself before posting anything is this: if it's honestly going to add value to them. If it doesn't, don't post. I would like you to post about your specials and your business. Don't get me wrong. We still want to sell. This is still a business. But don't go 80%, 90% talking about yourself. And every now and then you, I don't know, share an article. That doesn't count. I want you to reverse it. I want you to provide value and post something for your clients. That is so, so important. Again, so then the post, it's so important. Another one is study your statistics and results. Get to know what customers react to, what they want to hear. Ask them questions and make sure you're familiar with your statistic. One other thing I have to tell you, we're going to talk about organic. Organic is actually low. It's only since 2012. I think as low as it's been, it's only 2 to 5%. If you're lucky, 2 to 5% of the people who liked your page will see your post. Obviously, Facebook likes you to pay and play. So one of the things important is you need to put some budget aside to boost your post. That will be the best indication if the post is doing really well or not. Because organic post, it's not a good indication because it just doesn't give you enough reach. It all depends. It depends on the size of your page. There are pages who have plenty of people in there, but still it's really, really low. All right, so now we talked about the elements of having a successful page. Obviously, you need to build it up. Let's talk about, I'm going to talk about marketing using Facebook group. Facebook group has been around for a while. However, it was only recently Facebook released it to all the businesses, all the brands. So if you have a Facebook page, you can actually connect your Facebook group to your Facebook page. This allows little more control over a group since it sort of complements your page. There are, if you don't know what they are and you're wondering, you probably have seen it. You probably have someone who asked you to be part of a group. You are in here, part of a group. So Facebook group is like discussion forum. The good thing, the only difference about them is they're like pages or your timelines. They do have timelines. You can actually post on them. You can use that to interact with your client. And if you're wondering, I don't know what to create, you can create a group who is related to your industry, related to the product, or related to your customers, something that you can create. That is obviously your customers, your ideal client, and then your customers group. The only downside that I like to let you know is when you have a Facebook page, I only recommend, for my client, we only check it depending on the package they have. We only check it morning and in the afternoon during the work hours. I don't recommend, if you are managing it yourself, I don't recommend for you to be there more than once a day. But with the group, you need to be active and be in there at least twice or maybe 3 times a day. So it does require some manpower, some resources. However, I think they're the best thing that's happened to the business owners. So if you're wondering and you're thinking about it and you're not sure if you should have a Facebook group, I'm going to talk about 3 benefits of Facebook group. Facebook groups increases your organic reach. And this is what Facebook said. Obviously, since 2012, the reach has gone really low, 2 to 5%. Bigger businesses, I know for a fact, for example, the Starbucks, their reach fell so much since 2012 when the pay to play came in, which is obviously that's how it is. Facebook is a business and they're building their business and they obviously have to pay for their shareholders. However, still the best platform for you to advertise. So on the flip side, knowing the organic growth has gone down. On the flip side, Facebook itself actually prefers the algorithm, not Facebook, I better say algorithm prefers the interaction with the Facebook group. I'm going to show you the article they released. They are saying that. They ran a survey. Let's see if you can read this. Okay. So they have, so better connecting with your pages and group you care about. So they obviously ran a survey and asking people how interested they are with the content of specific page they follow and how important a specific group they've joined is to them. So then what they did based on the result, they have updated their algorithm to prioritize the pages and the group we predict an individual may care about the most. So my friends, group is your best, that's your advantage for the organic reach. So it's very important. They're telling you, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that you will get your audience or whoever liked a page or liked a group or they're part of the group to see that first in their timeline. Because obviously you're choosing to be on Facebook. Even though I say we're not there to be sold, we still go to stoke businesses and get to know the businesses and whoever we're dealing with. So it's still important. Another benefit is Facebook group provides a direct line to your audience. When you're creating a group, you're actually bringing people in. It's so, so important. It's just a food for thought though. When people join your group, means they want to hear from you. Simple as that. Look at it as an opt-in without being salesy, and just make sure it's not about you. Make sure you don't use it just to sell, because they do leave. But this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity because it could be your potential customers. And sometimes by using some nurturing, they might become your biggest fan and they might become your customers. So it is a great opportunity. Another one is your customers. We all know the meaningful relationship we have with our customers. It's where the repeat business comes in. We all know that. Organic growth of a business, doesn't matter what size business you're in. You could be a multi-billion-dollar business, or you could be small business or local business. The relationship you have is what it builds your business. So in many cases, you and I are exactly the same. In many cases, we like to hear from our friends than the brand we follow. However, when we have this connection, when we have this platform, which is Facebook group for your clients, you have this connection, guess what? They would love to hear from you. So just if you want to create the customer specific group, just make sure you put proper resources in place, because it's very, very important. If they have questions for using your products or for using your services, you need to make sure that you put resources in place for them. All right, my friend. All right, my friend, we're going to talk about by marketing using Facebook Marketplace. So if you are a product, if you sell a product, you don't have to be e-commerce. If you sell a product, when I say e-commerce, you don't have to be online store. But if you, in your business, I'm going to repeat myself, if you're selling products, Marketplace could be the best thing, a game changer for you and for your business. So let's talk about Marketplace. Marketplace is similar to Gumtree, where we are in Australia and in UK, or Trade Me in New Zealand, or Craigslist in US. However, this is built in Facebook ecosystem. It was released back in 2016, and like anything, Facebook is working on it. Facebook is changing it. However, if you are a retailer, you're selling the product, and you are approved as part of their policy, I have put in there in their slides that I'm going to share with you. See, it's got Facebook policies for e-commerce. If what you're selling, the product you're selling, it is as per policy, then you can 100% use this Marketplace for your advantage. So I'm going to talk about the 3 benefits again. We talked about the 3 benefits of group. Let's talk about 3 benefits of Facebook Marketplace. My friends, it increases your awareness, it increases your discoverability. You're lucky because Facebook has sort of trained us how to use this social platform, how to interact, how to look for someone, how to stalk them. So this is the best opportunity for you to be discovered. And guess what? You know what's the biggest advantage of this? They're already there looking for your product. They're the low hanging fruit. They're already there looking for your product. So why wouldn't you advertise Marketplace? Why wouldn't you use Marketplace for your advantage? So this is the biggest thing. Low hanging fruits, they're already there. When I talk about product store, it doesn't, we advertise, even if you do a service-based business, you do have a capability and facility in Ads Manager to advertise your business in the marketplace. Like a lot of coaching advertising we do, and other service-based business we do actually select marketplace in Ads Manager as well, and let Facebook, because it's all about touch point. It's all about how my ideal audience or my customers' ideal audience interact on Facebook. So Facebook algorithm decides to put the advertising. It doesn't necessarily have to be product. They put it in front of their face when they're on Marketplace. But for a product base, low hanging fruit, my friend. Okay, the next one is build trust with your audience. This is the big thing. Buying products online, it comes down to trust. And you know where that trust starts? When someone uses Messenger to send you a message. This is your opportunity to build trust, to build relationship. It's like putting them in your sales funnel. It's like taking them from awareness, not knowing, and awareness to right through to consideration, right through to buying your product. So it's very important. Some of the things that we have to work hard to start that first interaction and first communication, but this, it already gives you that, because people, as I said, we learn how to use Facebook. So we already brainwashed, I can say, to use Facebook. So this is your best opportunity because they're using Messenger, and that's where your nurturing starts. Number 3, leverage Facebook personalization capabilities. What you can do is you can actually advertise to people who already purchased something from you. This is fantastic. They've already bought from you. Hopefully they had a good experience buying from you. You can go back in front of them again. There could be some of the products that they can buy again and again and again, or there could be something that you have a new product and you want to put it in front of them and say, hey, you bought that from us. I just want to let you know that we have this product as well. So it's very important that you can leverage Facebook for personalization of advertising in front of people who already had done business with you. All right, my friend, we're getting to the 40 minutes. I'm not going to be long, but I just want to make sure that we are covering everything, and then we get to the questions. Absolutely, we're going to get to the questions. All right, next, let's see. We're going to talk about my favorite, targeted advertising. One of the biggest things that I'm excited, and I think you should be too, it's the targeted advertising. That is, I've got to tell you, that's the largest and the best platform you can imagine. Thanks to us, we do give information to Facebook. I just want to be clear. When I say we do give information to Facebook, they might know who you are. Obviously, they have your touch point. Algorithm in the background is learning as to what you like, what you don't like. Me as an advertiser, I would not know who you are unless that person raises their hand, send me a message, send me an email, opt into something. That to Facebook is a permission that you can start a conversation with this person. Before that, we have no idea who they are. So there is a control. So don't panic. It's not like I know who it is. We don't know who they are. But based on the touch points and what we look, what we like, what we view, what we stop scrolling for, these are the things that they tell us. And we can advertise. You can almost advertise your target audience. You can almost target your audience based on simple, like the things that you can even imagine. So obviously gender and age has been the biggest. It's been in part of advertising, the gender and age for I don't know, for a long time. I wasn't born then. But based on their education level, based on devices they use, based on likes and interests, what books they read. This is really exciting. Like if you write a book, if you're an author and you wrote a book, and you know that, for example, the people who like your book, or the people who read your book, are the people who will read these kind of books, or they follow these kind of authors as well. Guess what? You can actually market and put your book in front of these people who like the certain author. So it's very important. It's an amazing platform. Another thing that is really good for local business owners is special events. Let's talk about Valentine's Day. This Valentine's Day is coming up. You can actually advertise based on the Valentine's Day. Another thing you can do is birthdays. If you have, like, we use that a lot for beautician, for masseuse places, not masseuse places, I forgot, what do they call them? I think they're beautician. They call them beautician. I can't remember. For restaurants. So if you can give a coupon for people whose their birthday comes in this month, then we can target them. So because what they do is you give them a coupon, you give them a discount, you might give them a free dessert if you're a restaurant, or you might give them a, I don't know, half an hour massage or facial something, depending on who your target market is. As a local owner, you can actually use that to bring people in. And that is such a amazing, as you can tell, I love this platform. It's like heaven centered. I don't know. I don't believe in heaven, but I actually think it's been a best gift to small business owners. So there are so many opportunities that you can use. So what happened? So then the next one, we talked about that. So the next one is there are different, so we're going to talk about types of Facebook ads, powerful targeting option, and ad customization. Types of Facebook ads. Obviously, depending on what you want to do. First of all, what your goal is. We have to determine what your goal is. But there is so many sub type of ads on Facebook. Includes videos, pictures, carousels, many different types that is useful for us to test. So what we need to do, you can use that on Ads Manager. There are some limitation if you're using your page to do that. However, with the Facebook Ads Manager, there is so much capability that we can use. When I say Ads Manager to small business owners, they sort of get scared and I was like, oh my God, this is so hard. What I would like you to do is just start. You're not going to break anything. Make sure you follow their policy. Make sure you understand what is a big no-no and what is yes, because they definitely reject it. And if you think, I don't get a rejected advertising, you're wrong. We do get advertising rejected as well. So just test it out. Select simple stuff and just test it out. Get yourself familiar with the matrix you want. For example, people coming into your store, send you a message, getting a quote. That's something that is a matrix you want. So there is a capability of different types of ad. It's an amazing platform that you can use. Another one is, again, powerful targeting options. I cannot, my friend, I just cannot express how amazing this platform is. The targeted. I'm going to tell you, like, for example, we have in this weekend in Kalamanda, there is a chili festival. Me as a local business owner, I can actually advertise. If I'm open on that day, I can advertise, especially restaurants. I can advertise to people who are going to be there and then. I can run an ad on that day who checked in. People who have been in this postcode or zip code. Another one, as a local business owner, you might only want to target certain locals. You can absolutely do that. You can advertise to the certain postcode. This is perfect for local business owners. It's the powerful targeting options, my friend. It's amazing. I would 100% recommend for you to start playing with it. Another one is ad customization. Obviously, you can create an ad based on the demographic. When I create an ad, we never create an ad which is only one. we create ad for sometimes different demographic. Let's say it's Valentine's Day. Let's talk about Valentine's Day. Let's say it's Valentine's Day and you do have an offer. You have the same offer, but you actually you serve male and female. It doesn't really matter. However, when we're advertising for Valentine's Day, what we do is we create a specific customized ad for male and specific customized ad for female, because they're all around Valentine's Day. Everyone's stress is very different. So you have a certain products that you can put together for male, you advertise it to the female, but you customize it so they will see it. For example, if you can have products that is for Mother's Day or for Father's Day, or you can, I don't know, customize it for hubby's birthday. You can actually see whose birthday is it and customize it for them. It is so powerful. It is the most amazing, I don't know what to say, but it is a most amazing platform that you can think of. So I just want to say in conclusion, I know I've been talking nonstop. I am going to come. And if you have any questions, we're definitely going to go through some questions with you. So Facebook is not just powerful, it's flexible. If you're not using Facebook, my friend, for your local business, I'm going to ask you, you have to start. I don't know if it's asking. If you say you have to start, it's just telling you. You got to start. Facebook is growing in rapid pace. It's an amazing platform. It's the biggest platform. Use it however Facebook wants you to use it. I don't recommend for you to abuse, and I'm not recommending it to be unethical, because I don't support it, and I would absolutely recommend for you to stick to the rules, what they want you to do. And the rules is not bad. It's just about building a community. Just let people know how you can serve them, and just start. All I'm asking you is just start. This is an amazing platform for you. All right, my friend, I think this is it. I am just going to go to the, let me just go to, go to the comments and see who's in here. Hey, John, how you going? Good to see you here. It's always good to see you. So let's see if we're going to have some questions. Any questions? Are you good? Oops. Uh-oh. All right. So if there is no question, I don't want to waste anyone's time. I might go do some Q&A later on. So is everything all right? Everyone is good? I don't know who can see. Hey, John, it's very good to see you. Good to see everyone if you joined. If you're watching it after, I just want to let you know, please start, use this amazing platform. Any questions, I'm always here for you guys. If I'm not live, I always answer your questions. Please do not hesitate to answer. We can always have a Q&A session coming. Do that. We can always, I'm just thinking out loud. So please don't hesitate to ask questions. I am going to put this video will be in the group. I am going to put the slides in there as well, and I'm going to make sure that I put everything in. Make sure you join me next week. Next week, we're going to talk about content creation, and it's amazing. All right. I know it's probably too much. I don't want it to be too much, but there's too much information that I want you guys. I promise I'm not going to overdo it. All right. Thank you so much, John. Thank you for being here. And thanks everybody who's watching later on. And I think that's all about it. I am going to finish and have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye.